Good morning everyone, welcome to a new video. In this video I'm going to do a Q&A and I asked you guys for questions about my reborns or about private stuff or whatever. You could ask me for everything. The first time I asked it, there was just one response, and then I tried to do it a second time and ask you guys again, and you guys responded with 10 questions. So I have 11 questions in total, so that's perfect. So I'm going to answer them in this video. The first question is, do you have another job besides reborns? The answer is no. Second question. One thing you don't like in reborn kids, and she's talking about straight legs or things like that. There's not really a lot that I don't like in reborn, not like a specific thing that I don't like in reborns. I do dislike some reborns, but it's not like a specific thing. But if I really have to choose for something, the kid really needs to be realistic as possible. And so sometimes you have like really big hands or really big feet and a really small head or things like that. It's just not really my thing. I really like moving babies, so when you have like a reborn that is like, for example, Saskia, I think everyone knows Saskia by Barney Brown. That baby is like a moving baby with like a finger up and a mouth, and it's like you took a photo of a moving baby. That's what I love. But not always. For example, if you have Rosalie is a very pretty reborn, but I just wouldn't get that kid myself because of the hands. It's just like Maddie is really sweet. She has, of course, arms like that too, but she is like a 6-month-old baby, and you can just sit her up and put her arms in front. She's like really cute with straight arms, but Rosalie, like, she's a little baby. It's not really posable, or yeah. I think that is the answer to that question. Third question is, do you want children? That's a pretty personal question. Yes, we do want children. Next question, would you rather own a baby or a toddler? That question is a little bit complicated, kind of, because personally, if I could only have one reborn, I would go for a baby. But if I had more than one, I would also really love to own a toddler. I've had a few toddlers in the past. I've also had an Angelica. Yeah, that one was as big as a 5-year-old or something. That's like too big for me. I mean, she was very pretty and I loved her, but she was like really big. But like, for example, a Liam size, nice. So you can expect me to have a toddler one day. I have 2 kids on the way that I'm gonna make for myself. These 2. Yeah. After those are made, I might make a toddler, but I'm not sure yet. But it's gonna take a while for those 2, before those 2 are ready, so. I actually also still need to root my silicone baby's head. It's still rooted for like halfway. Next question, your favorite animal? I have some favorite animals, but my first one, number 1, has always been a horse. But I also really like snakes. I love killer whales. Yeah, that's kind of what I like. I think those are my favorite animals. Although, goats, I love goats. They are so sweet. I can cuddle with them all day. And we have cats, and I love cats. Your favorite food? I have a lot of favorite foods. I love food. Literally something that I can do all day is eat. I can eat all day, but don't give me bread. Don't give me any other really Dutch food, because I don't like that. But give me more of a fries, lasagna, pizza, Chinese food, things like that. That's my kind of food. Next one, where do you want to go on vacation? To be honest, if I had the money and the time for it, so maybe in future, I would love to travel around the whole entire world. But yeah, if that's not possible, there are a few countries that I would love to go to, and that's England, Canada, America, Germany, but that one we we already go to. I love to go to Sweden, Bali, New Zealand, Africa. I don't know. I just want to go everywhere, so. Next one. Where did you learn to root? I just learned it myself through time. So you just start with the head, and after the head is done, you're gonna just criticize your work like really bad. And that's what you're gonna take with you with the next reborn you're making, and yeah, you're just gonna try and make it better. And if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna take it out and try again. That's kind of what I did. Yeah, that's actually all. And I used to look at photos from prototype artists, but I've kind of figured out that it's for me personally, it works better to look at photos of a real baby. Something else I've kind of figured, what people always told me, and I was like, oh no, of course not. If you tell yourself something that you want to receive, so for example, within half a year, I want to receive this much, then you'll get it. And I was like, no, of course not. It depends on what you can do and can't do, whatever. From personal speaking, it is true. If you tell yourself, I'm gonna do this, I can't do this within that or that time, you can. A few months back, there was someone who came to get a baby for me, and she was here. I was talking with her about my work, about everything, and she asked me like, where do you see yourself in, I don't know how many years? And I told her that I would love to make my first prototype within a year. She was like, no, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. And then just about 3 months after, I got a message from someone asking me if I would make her prototype. So just make yourself, write it down somewhere, just put it in your head. Even if someone else says different, then just tell yourself, I'm gonna do this. The next question is, what would you recommend for someone barely starting to root? That's kind of what I would recommend you to. Another thing that really changed my work is don't be scared to try. Next question. Do y'all hear about the things going on in America and the Netherlands? Yeah, as you might know, I live in the Netherlands. Do we hear about things going on in America? Yeah, we do. Probably not everything. The last question. What is the hardest part about being an artist? The hardest part about being an artist, there isn't really a hardest part. There are a lot of hard parts, to be honest. If I have to choose something, it's probably letting go. Because usually the reborns that I make for custom orders are my favorite reborns, and I have a really hard time with letting them go. But there are a lot more hard parts. For example, people who completely ignore you after they've already put an order. So this was the video. I really hope you liked it, and if you did, don't forget to put the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you later at the next video. Bye!